What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the Outback Explorer. If you're new to the channel, my name is Josh and this is our Troopy that we're building for full-time touring around Australia next year. This is episode 4 of the Troopy 2.0 build, so if you haven't watched the previous videos, head back so that all this makes sense. In the previous video, we conquered a lot of the electrical, all the 12 volt. A little bit has happened off camera, so I reckon before we get into anything, I'm going to just run you through basically what has happened. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so a few things have happened since the last video, so I'll quickly run through them now. As you can see, I'm standing underneath our awning. I had to fit that, it was just getting too hot. We've had some really hot days lately and I needed a bit of shade. In the last video, we pretty much finished all the 12 volt. And basically all I've done since then is just tied up the wiring and finished off some loose connections. So 12 volt is fully working, all our lights are working, everything like that. 12 volt is completely done now, which is awesome. The frame, I've also finished building this frame. In the last video it was still silver and only up to yay high, so I've just finished this frame off and spray painted black and secured it in its place now. Basically this side is almost completely done other than cladding and fitting the fridge. Other than that, inverters in the spot, it's still not wired up. I have to get a Sparky to do the 240 volt wiring, so I'm still waiting on that to get done. As for the hot water, that's all plumbed up now and power is to that. It's pretty cool. I've decided to put the switch for it right next to my steering wheel over here. While I'm driving along down the road, you know, an hour out of camp, half an hour out of camp, I can just say, we're gonna have a shower tonight, or I need hot water tonight, so I can switch it on while we're still driving, while the batteries are still being charged. And then when I arrive at camp, the water's already hot and I still got full batteries. So that's really awesome to have that right next to the steering wheel. Other than that, not much else has happened. Just tidying up all the 12 volt wiring that we did. So in this video, I'm hoping to finish all the framing out inside the Troopy for all the cabinets, as well as finish off the complete water system. Today, I'm also going to start on the bench top, which is super excited because I'm actually using timber off the farm. Here it is here, some cypress timber that we cut down on the farm. I'm going to plane that and thickness that and use that as our bench tops, which is pretty awesome that we'll have a bit of the farm with us at all times. So hopefully at the end of this video, this will look like a bit more of a setup. So let's get straight into it. Alrighty guys, a little bit of an update of what happened yesterday because the day just ran away from me. So I did the cutout for the temperature sensitive valve. So this basically sets our temperature to exactly the temperature we want and mixes hot and cold water. This is also where our hose is going to be. And there's also a little cutout here for our RCBO, something like that. That's main trip switch for our electrics inside the Troopy. I'll quickly come and show you the bench top that we did. So it's all sitting here already, busy being laminated together in the clamps. So 2 pieces glued together. We've got a nice rough edge. It's kind of what I wanted to go for in the Troopy, a bit different. So now this should be all dried, so I should be able to unclamp it now, sand it back, and start playing with some different stains. So that's basically the idea today. I want to finish off the entire hot water setup today. I've gotten all the fittings and stuff I need, so I can finally get that done. We should actually have our shower system fully working by the end of today, which is pretty awesome. And hopefully I can crack into that bench top and we can actually maybe even sit it on top today and maybe bolt it down, depending on how we go. Let's crack into it. Alrighty guys, well, as you can see by my head, the shower is working. So got a little shower head here. I have to say, I thought the quality of this was going to be a bit better than it is. It's kind of plasticky and a bit crappy, but I can't expect too much for $17. And then we've got a little temperature sensor valve down there that we have set on 38 degrees at the moment. And the reason why I bought this is because it's got the stop on the actual handle. So while you're having a shower, you can press stop and go. So there we go. And that's perfect at 38 degrees straight away. So that's the reason I went for the temperature sensitive valve instead of having like one of the gas systems, just because I wanted that instant perfect temperature so we don't lose any extra water. Good morning guys, back working on the TROOPY today. I'm not sure actually where we are with this video, but I'm just going to catch up on what's happened so far. So last weekend we actually took the TROOPY out to the Holland track. Even though it's so far from being done, we just had to get away. So I fitted the fridge, I've taken it out now because I'm going to start doing the bench top. The water system is completely done now, which is awesome, and that worked beautifully. I'm really happy with how that's working, especially the switch right next to the steering wheel so I can turn it on while we're still driving. Really loving that, especially for doing dishes. Other than that, pretty much everything's plumbed up. The 240 volts actually also done now. I'm just waiting, of course, we still got to do the induction cooker that's going to be on this side, and that will be the last wiring that has to happen. So today I'm getting on to the bench top, hopefully going to get it all sanded and stained by the end of today. I'm absolutely loving the front edge of this bench top. I'm so excited. It's going to look really unique inside the TROOPY. Got a few different stains that we're going to try. Not sure how it's going to really end out, but yeah, that's the plan for today, so let's get into it. Alrighty guys, well that frame is all finished now. It's bolted down. Please excuse the mess. It is an absolute mess at the moment. but that frame's bolted down. I'm finishing off the bench top now. It's coming out really good. It's a little bit more yellow than I was hoping for, but we're gonna give it a go. Worst case, we can always try and change the color later on. I'm doing a little back plate over here. As you can see, that's busy getting glued tight at the moment. That's mainly because it stops things from sliding off the back, but also because I needed about 50 mil more to have the correct overhang over the framework. Now we're finally getting on to framing out some of the passenger side of the car. So we're going to start framing up this side of the car now. This is where we're going to have our main pull-out drawer with our induction cooker, as well as all of our camping and food storage. So really excited to finally get something happening on that side of the car now. So let's get cracking into it. Alrighty, finally the bench top is fastened down. It looks absolutely mint. I really love it. Super snug fit around the pillars and stuff like that. So looking really good. The color is a little bit more yellow than I thought it was going to be, but I reckon with the black paneling down the side here, I think the contrast is going to be really, really good. I've also put a little timber board down the bottom here as well, just to keep that theme going throughout the car. So now I'm going to actually finally start doing the paneling down the side, which I'm super excited about because we're going to finally see kind of how the theme is going to work inside the setup. So that's what we're going to do now, starting the paneling down the side here. Let's get into it. Okay guys, back working on the Troopy again today. Absolutely loving how it's starting to look. You can really see how the finished product's going to start coming together. I've started with the paneling. I'm not going to continue just because I first need to put the floor down, because the flooring goes slightly underneath the paneling. So I'm still waiting for the flooring. So today I'm going to carry on with the other side. So I've got it sitting here. This is the frame that's going to be on the passenger side with a main drawer on it. Finally found the timber that I'm going to use for the drawers, thanks to Toby at Odyssey Custom Fit Outs. So you can see it's this hexa board, or I'm not sure exactly what they call it, but it's a bit rubberized, and I really love the look of it, as well as it's a bit anti-slip, so that's going to work perfectly in the drawers so things don't slide around. So I've got a few sheets off Toby. I'm going to use these for the few drawers that we have inside the setup. Anyway, that's the plan for today. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, well I'm sorry to stop you right there, but that is the end of this episode. I'm keeping this door closed because you're gonna have to wait till next week to see what happens on this side. We finally start putting the final pieces of the puzzle in place, so super exciting. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll see you next week.